think most people have heard most of my discussion about parent engagement earlier on today, so I have no animated GIFs to make it funny or amusing, so I'll move on. So we went live with students and teachers on the first day of Term 1 in 2015. We rolled out to parents Day 1, Term 2 the same year. We then went through a whole year of learning about our environment, how the teachers were using it and how the parents wanted to interact. We then decided that the way we'd set Schoolbox up was too granular. So we'd set up campuses per year level, and that wasn't working for us, and we were getting a lot of complaints from parents. So we got Anna up for a couple of days, and we sat in the boardroom for 2 whole days and did a workshop on best practices Schoolbox, and how we should architect it going forward. In the holidays of Term 1 this year, we changed, and that slide doesn't look very good. But we went from 6,500 parent logins per month to almost 19,500 logins per month. Now we're a school of 810 students, so the parent engagement changed significantly by changing the architecture of how we delivered things. We got rid of the digest, we went to pure notifications, and that allowed us to get more timely information out to our parents. So this is a staff dashboard, and we really went about trying to make sure that the dashboard covered off all the things that staff were looking for when they first came into this page, and all the year level pages were over here. Now we also looked at campus pages. So the campus pages are about getting into the whole junior school, having a look at all the co-curricular activities. So it was about trying to get the navigation easy and simple for parents, staff and students. We also went and changed how parents interact. So we wanted Schoolbox to be the central repository for everything in our school. We went down the path of putting the hot links in for what parents were most interested in. They have access to all the campus pages and all the year group pages, but parents only get notifications on the class pages, year pages and campuses that their children are involved in. Then we went down the path of, I think most people have seen the student profile, but we went down the path of putting in direct links back to Synergetics. So we've incorporated direct access to reports, medical data, absences parent-teacher, and the parent directory. Parents can come in here at any stage, have a look at any of their child's reports from previous years. This is essentially just running the community portal directly inside Schoolbox. But what it does do is it allows parents to have one central point to come and look for all the information related to their students. So we've got an executive report dashboard. And this is running Power BI directly inside Schoolbox. So this is interrogating the Synergetics database in particular for these 2 dashboards. The top dashboard is looking at where our students live, where our families live, and where are our catchment areas. So we can start to look at things like, where do people from lower primary live? As opposed to where do people live in the high school. It's more narrowed down into different catchment areas. So we're starting to use BI reporting around analytics of where our catchment areas are for enrolments and so forth going forward. The other way that we're using Power BI reporting is having a look at doing some analysis around the reports that are coming out of Synergetics. So this dashboard is looking at the grades that are coming out of Synergetics across multiple years, and we could start to do analysis around from kindergarten through to year 3. We seem to mark admirably quite a lot, but then in year 4 it drops. So we could start to do analysis across that. We could do it across different semesters. So if we want to look at semester 2 versus semester 4, and look at the variances and changes across that. We can also have a look at individual, what are we doing in relation to grading English? And again, The admirable jumps around quite a lot. So we're trying to determine whether that's a teacher marking practice or whether it's our student changing. And then we're also digging into the standards of achievement across those reports. So yeah, to get this amount of data, we're probably looking at about 14 to 16,000 rows of data out of Synergetics, and it gives us to us in a nicer way. So that's my quick overview of the couple of bits and pieces that we've been doing with Schoolbox and incorporating other things into it. Thank you.